Hey guys, so welcome back to Kill Cure Beautiful Vice. Let's carry on where we left off. We've made a couple of friends so far, and a couple of, well, let's not say enemies just yet, but we definitely aren't jiving with everyone we've encountered. Exhibit A, right in front of us, Naomi Danjuma. Still, I have to say, I'm fully invested. I'm locked in when it comes to these characters. I'm loving the variety and the talents they bring to the table, and we've still got a few more to meet. So, let's get moving, Maru. Let's get the hell out of here. Of course, I've retained maybe half of their names, but still early days. Let's go, Hiro. Yeah, let's.
Just daydreaming.
Guess it'll take you a bit longer to cool off. That's fine by me. Yeah, well, this room is hot, okay? The embers are still burning. See you around. I expect we'll be stuck with each other for some time. Depends. It is a killing game after all. Of course, we don't know that just yet.
No?
No sign of Girl A in that area.
I got nothing.
I guess not. Only a bunch of very weird and rude people. Though the Broadway lady was fun. She talks like there are theme park attractions. Like, yeah, there are a bunch of weird people, but hey, that one person, great.
Hello?
Are you still bummed out by what Miss High Society over there said about your talent? Yeah, maybe, but Maru, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming to my defense, even though you barely know me and you even call me Puzzle Dude.
Incorrect.
Don't let it get to you. I mean, she's probably the only one who thinks like that. Or at least the only one rude enough to say it out loud. For now, let's just focus on finding everyone and getting out of here. If it comes up again, talk to me and I'll help you out, okay?
Trust one another.
Thanks, Maru. That means a lot.
Hey.
Look, Momoe and Busho are back. Let's go talk to them and see if they found anyone else. Maru dashes over to greet them by the remaining unexplored passage. Momoe turns around and motions for her to be quiet.
Wait.
Shh! Busho's almost got them out of there. Muffled voices come from the other side of the door. Somewhat unexpectedly, Busho responds rather loudly. Are they stuck? No, soy sauce is not an instrument.
Bear with me.
Wasabi is not an instrument either. I hear a chorus of rustling creaks cascade from the other side of the door, along with a loud, startled yelp. What on earth are you talking about? As the clamor begins to subside, the door opens and for a moment, I feel a familiar flood of sensation. The same sensation that had threatened to swallow me whole when I first activated my Cocoa Pad. Only this time, it fades in an instant. Although it lasted a bit longer because the narrator had to read from the text box. I blink a few times, shake my head, and refocus on the ultimates that had exited the escape room.
Ugh. Boo.
Holy shit, who are you? Brr, we nearly froze to death in there.
Exploitation.
Whoever made this escape room is a psychopath. What kind of lunatic wastes as much air conditioning just to torture poor helpless innocents?
You're mocking me!
Well, if everyone had pitched in like they were supposed to, we would have gotten out much sooner.
Let me finish.
I told you the correct answers. Several times, as a matter of fact. It was your own stubbornness that led you astray. Oh shit, okay. This team's explosive, they're definitely not Winter.
My advice to you...
To be fair, you were pretty obtuse with your hints. I could barely even understand you.
Troubling.
This appears to be the last group of ultimates that have been trapped here. Apart from the locked circular room, we've explored every entrance leading out from this central area.
I am deeply disappointed.
Unfortunately, there's no exit to be found just yet.
Who would what?
Wait, we're in last place? What the hell? You made us into witless laughingstocks, Addy Apostle!
I will pray for you.
If you say so.
Should we break this up?
My head hurts.
Let them have their fun. I'm worn out. I don't blame you, Maru. We've encountered some people that certainly drained our energy. I'm thinking of you, Shoko. It takes a while, but the heated arguments over the Winter team slowly begin to peter out. Of course it's the Winter team. I thought it wouldn't be because they're meant to keep cool. I should go talk to all of them, though I worry I might become the next target of their verbal abuse. Well, we're warmed up by now, I'm sure. Tragic! Simply tragic.
Sup?
What's up?
There's nothing wrong.
All my valuables have been stolen. That's what's up. My 3 gold watches, my 2 silver bracelets, my 5 diamond rings, and a partridge in a pear tree, all in the hands of some nameless puzzle-obsessed vagabond.
Not in my lane.
That's rough, man. I hope they didn't get their hands on the key to the pawn shop.
I am simply flabbergasted.
Even then, it seems I should be counting my blessings. Many of the people here had their clothes stolen right off their backs.
Obscene.
I'll never forgive our kidnappers for forcing these poor souls into such ragged garments.
What?
Really? That's terrible.
Have some self-awareness.
It truly is. My buzzcut friend here is one of his heinous criminal's unfortunate victims.
Actually,
I've had these clothes on since before I was kidnapped. Oh, shit. You aren't classy at all.
What's that supposed to mean?
So you're saying you wear this stuff normally? Yeah.
Oh.
What about you, blonde man with silly hair? My fashion instinct says that your outfit is made from repurposed 50-year-old thrift shop donations.
I didn't misunderstand.
Clearly, our kidnappers held you at gunpoint and forced you to debase yourself with this stylistic debauchery.
Not a chance.
No, this uniform is brand new, actually.
Jesus Christ!
Oh dear God! Ah, shit! He melodramatically clutches at his chest, gasping for air. Well, his eyeballs are about to pop out. Call an ambulance! I'm going into courtier arrest!
Give me some slack.
Hey, so we only came over here to introduce ourselves. I didn't expect to get caught up in a medical drama.
come on.
These people really are a rowdy bunch, huh? Not so different from my clients now that I think about it.
I'm Kunitaro Higa, the ultimate pawnbroker. If you ever need a trustworthy person to take all your most prized possessions, I'm your man.
Ultimate pawnbroker, please keep your hands off my prized possessions. So, how does that work exactly?
KT
How
got
is this
you
an ultimate
covered.
talent? You can call me Taro if you like. I don't mind.
Oh, you.
Well, that's unexpected. I always imagined pawnbrokers to be like old fat dudes with spectacles.
That's in the
The best I can do you is a young guy with a medallion and his sunglasses. That was my grandfather. He passed the pawn shop down to me when I was 17.
The good old days.
I've been running it ever since. Apparently, I did well enough to be recognized as an ultimate. Aside from bookkeeping and chatting it up with my clients every once in a while, it's not that hard of a job. That's a pretty cool trinket you have around your neck. Did it belong to one of your clients?
Pure gold.
Oh, you mean the jewel of Father Time? My family has been holding on to it for over 50 years. It's the most expensive item in our collection, and I just wear it around my neck. Gives a shit, right?
It's the real deal.
Before he gave me the keys to the shop, my grandpops told me to protect this stopwatch with my life until its owner finally returns. I carry it around with me 24/7. Wow.
Oh, check this out.
Boy, do you want to buy it? Oh, well, you'd be breaking your creed, wouldn't you?
Huh?
Well, I don't think I could afford something with that price tag. Even if it helped calm the nerves of Mr. Fashion Police over there. It wouldn't. It really wouldn't.
It's for real, my
I
guy.
do give discounts. I mean, it clearly can't be worth much if no one's wanted it for half a century. Hey, it's just aging, you know, like a fine wine. Maybe they're just waiting for the appreciation value. That was a joke.
LOL.
LOL, isn't it a bit much to devote all that energy to a single client from all that time ago?
I expected this from you.
I imagine it's because he barely has any clients. What kind of person would ever use a pawn shop?
Have some self-awareness.
The mere thought of selling anything to some disreputable hoarder is bad enough.
Extortion!
And yet, I have to pay them interest when I want my items back? Extortion! Extortion, I say!
It's not that deep.
I thought you don't use pawnbrokers. I think it's a fair enough deal. Works sort of like a bank, right?
Classic.
The atmosphere in my pawn shop is certainly better than a bank's. There's fewer security guards and far less needless paperwork.
Not on my watch.
Not to mention the modern bank's reliance on digital currency. I don't know why people would ever entrust their money to such valuable tech.
It's all garbage.
Natural disaster? Data breach? Hell, disgruntled employee unplugs the server? Boom. Life savings gone. Arson at the pawn shop? Is that really how it works? There have to be safeguards against that kind of thing.
No!
Of course there are! This Luddite doesn't have any idea what he's talking about.
Envy is quite unbecoming of you.
Lacking both fiscal and fashion sense. My, what a combination.
You've ruined everything, Prol.
I love this guy. Be grateful that I'm one of the more charitable members of my family for even agreeing to speak to you. Your family? Who are you exactly?
An esteemed individual such as myself.
You've probably never heard of us. We're far too classy to flaunt our prestige like the so-called elite often do.
You stand in the presence of Oniji Itagaki, ultimate tailor and heir to the Itagaki fashion empire.
I love it. The ultimate tailor. Okay. Oniji.
It can't be.
Wait. Your store's the ones that keep on playing Christmas music in September, aren't they? Where's your store, the Philippines?
Kiss my grapes.
Despicable. You're not only torturing your retail workers with long hours and low pay, but you're splitting vocals as well.
I look fine.
Look, I'm not responsible for what my family does, okay? I barely even talk to them.
Buddy.
Pal, you're the one who brought them up.
I never asked for this.
That's only because I was trained to do so. Itagaki greetings have been standardized for decades.
Ah,
In casual conversation, I focus less on them and more on my individual achievements.
leave it to me.
Case in point, this 100 million yen suit that I tailored myself. Stylish, isn't it? It was valued by the ultimate appraiser herself. Oh, really?
Oh,
Well, I didn't know clothing could cost that much.
only 1,000 yen?
I'll give you 1,000 for it. No.
I refuse
The value
to
of that
believe it.
suit is probably inflated anyways. God, jeez. Alright, now we're shitting on
Exactly.
on our poor ultimate tailor here. Yeah, it's much easier to bribe an appraiser than it is to make a suit that costs that much. Especially when said suit looks like something out of a rejected card game anime. Wait, you
You're mocking me.
exposing me to your horrid fashion sense, forcing me into a medical emergency, falsely claiming that my family tortures workers with time-inappropriate holiday spirit.
I expected this from you.
You've insulted me long enough. I will no longer tolerate you or this conversation.
Leave at once.
And don't return until you recognize the privilege of my company.
How insensitive.
I'm done talking to you. Wait, I swear I just missed something. Oh my god. Where's my backlog? Hang on. It is F2. We can't leave. We're literally trapped here.
It's time to stop.
Don't worry about him. He'll calm down eventually. He's like this with the others as well. Maru and I look at each other and shrug, before turning away from an increasingly incensed Oniji. We direct our sights to another among the Winter Team, Ultimates, who was furiously thumbing away at a large and intricate book.
Hello.
Say, you guys haven't seen an espresso machine around here, have you?
Did not see that coming.
What on earth? Are you the ultimate department store lady? No. Where'd you find that mug anyway? Who'd you steal that off? Seems like someone knows a hell of a lot about me, because it was with me when I woke up.
Why are you so obsessed with
Best girl? Aw, thanks.
What?
The cup refers to me, Pinky. Says the girl wearing more pink than me. Plus, I'm the only one who can actually read it from this angle.
Touché.
But you're still mistaken.
Yeah, baby.
Best girl has been with me through thick and thin. She's like a sister to me. She's provided me with hundreds, nay, thousands of bountiful, bittersweet brews. A true source of unlimited power.
Wah wah.
Whatever
Major mommy.
temporary affinity you believe you have with this cup, it is meaningless. Only I am the best girl, comprende?
Bro.
Fine, I get it. Can't get between a woman and her daily dose of socially acceptable drugs. I'm still confused why you have that thing. Clearly it belongs to someone else. No, just kidding.
Here's a good one.
Obviously, it's because my talent requires me to work my butt off from dusk till dawn.
Let me see.
That's so? What's your name and title?
Gonishi. Chikamakonishi. I'm the ultimate extreme couponer.
That's a talent? Jeez, wait till the ultimate architect meets you. Oh yeah, she's gonna have a field day. Chikuma, the ultimate extreme couponer. What a wonderful title. I sometimes wish I was called the ultimate extreme activist.
What do you mean?
If you were an extreme activist, you'd probably be in prison or dead. Oh man, it's so hard for me to differentiate feminine voices. I'm sorry. It's hard for me. I've got such a low
I
voice.
understand.
So you're good at saving money then?
Money, 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 money.
Only the greatest in Japan. Stores downright hate me. I think some of them actually owe me money.
Selfie.
As they should. It's only fair to punish them for their relentless price gouging.
Here's a tip.
There's even been times where I've cleaned their shelves bare with my trusty grimoire.
Yeah.
Your grimoire?
You're gonna love it.
I'm a master in the art of coupon collecting. The grimoire is my 70-pound coupon binder.
For real.
The spells of the grimoire have dark functions indeed, able to sway any retail worker into parting with the stock of their corporate overlords.
Go on.
I gather these powerful hexes from tattered magazines, discarded cereal boxes, and my neighbor's trash bins.
It can't be.
Stealing from your neighbors? That's almost as bad as straight up shoplifting.
Don't
Shops
get
are
it.
way too heavy to be lifted. They're like 50 tons of concrete.
1v1, scrub.
Plus, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
I refuse to believe
Survive? Surely that's an exaggeration.
Ew, rich people.
Nope. I was super poor when I started building my coupon collection. Like, super poor. With 10 U's.
Negative Nancy.
I died with rats and ate microwave dirt. I lived in a mud shack next to a radioactive coal factory. Wow, that must have been so hard for you.
Making it
But after a few years of being thrifty, I'm finally living my best life. At this point, I've accumulated enough coupons to last me and the fam 3 lifetimes.
it. I'm grateful.
What, really? So you don't have any coupons you could share, do you? The fuck do you think, blonde boy? Are you okay? Alright, no. I will keep the hands off the merchandise.
Huh?
Whoa!
We Wells curses you.
They wants it. They wants it, but they can't have it.
Save me, Grimoire.
It's okay, precious Grimoire. Mommy won't let him get his filthy hands on you. Chikuma continues muttering to the book, occasionally stopping to shoot a dirty look in our direction.
Come on.
Well then, we best get going. Maru and I cautiously back away from her, holding our hands in the air like a pair of wanted criminals. Halt!
Enough of your games!
Retreat 10 paces, arms down and palms up.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am. Maru and I are so thoroughly shocked by the forcefulness of her command that we oblige without protest. The strange woman pulls out some disinfectant spray and begins flooding our hands with a deluge of chemicals.
You bitch.
Ew! Why'd you give us so much?
Filthy simian!
Your hands are covered with the filth of pestilence, viruses, bacteria, fungi, and parasites, the servants of the White Horsemen.
You cretin!
Not a soul in this wretched place has a sense of proper hygiene, touching all those filthy puzzle mechanisms with their unkempt hands. I plan to remedy that. Due to the absence of clean water, we'll have to make do with a disinfectant, and lots of it.
You can't be serious.
Is it really okay to be this worried about a few germs? I mean, over a dozen ultimates have been kidnapped. We've stumbled upon a massive conspiracy. I rub my hands anxiously, worried the excessive amount of disinfectant might somehow damage my skin. She must have been using some kind of strange formula, too. All of it is already dissolved.
Inconceivable!
A few? A few?
Are you blind?
Were it not for my chemical baptism, millions of microbes would be crawling on your fingertips, writhing, feasting, and multiplying without restraint. They'll be back. The remaining 1% of bacteria will rally their forces and bring about an infectious apocalypse. Ew, the 1%. No, different kind of 1%. It's the ones that can't get eliminated.
I give up.
I mean, I guess maybe they have more in common than I thought. Is your talent related to killing germs or something? I mean, I'd be surprised if you're this passionate about anything else.
I do not merely kill germs. I purge their material vessels with my weapons of alchemy and send them back to their infernal masters.
Wow. Okay.
I am Uta Kawagichi, the ultimate epidemiologist. Forgive me for this blasphemy, but wash your goddamn hands.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, Miss Kawagichi. Ultimate
Those are
epidemiologist.
indeed words.
EpiPen topology? Is that a real word? Well, you split it into 2.
Heed these words.
Real as the word of God. I study disease outbreaks and their countermeasures.
Your hygiene is quite poor.
I'm loving these voice lines, man. The only unfortunate thing is I repeat quite a bit, but they're golden. You'll find that the best countermeasure is basic personal hygiene. Many epidemics could have been prevented this way, an idea I find deeply frustrating.
This cannot be.
Think of the lives that were lost, that will continue to be lost, all preventable, if just a few people weren't so hygienically challenged.
Yeah.
Right, we get it. How often do you change your gloves?
Assist me.
However, I suppose I should rest my efforts for a while. My disinfectant supplies are waning, and chasing all of you down to enforce cleanliness standards is bound to cause cross-contamination.
I am pleased.
So, you've all stumbled upon a bit of luck, it seems. Feel free to muck around in your filth to your heart's content. How generous of you. In the meantime, I'll search relentlessly for the sinner who trapped us in this disease-riddled hovel.
You will be purged.
The state of their hideout mirrors their soul, vile to its core. I shall take it upon myself to cleanse their entire being.
What?
You aren't gonna, like, make them swallow hand sanitizer, will you? I mean, if it's our kidnapper, by all means.
I shall lead the way.
We'll see. The depths of their villainy may require experimental treatment. Well, please don't go to town on the ultimate test subject, okay? Or human subject, I should say. She scans the room, her eyes a pair of daggers and her spray bottle at the ready. Remind me not to get on her bad side.
Hey.
Hero, something's off here.
Hello again.
What's up?
No?
We've talked to every ultimate, explored every open passage, and there's still no sign of Girl A. Wait, you're right. I glance around the room, unable to find anyone that matches Girl A's, well, admittedly vague description.
I got nothing.
Do you think the corrupt mayor and Smurfette just made her up? The Smurfette? Oh my god, you've taken it on.
That's rude.
That's incredibly disrespectful.
It's plausible.
No, maybe there's some kind of ultimate hide-and-seek expert or something.
That's just a rumor.
Or maybe, just putting it out there, they're the ones who kidnapped us and they've been hiding in some kind of hidden room the whole time.
Let's just
Maru,
move
cut it
on.
out. I genuinely don't believe that any of our kidnappers are in the room with us.
Incorrect.
Why not? It'd make for quite a shocking reveal.
I'm
Why
not
would any of them
sure.
risk their own safety when they could watch us from afar? It doesn't make any sense.
Hang on.
Don't go derailing my argument with logic.
Come on.
Fine, we'll keep looking. Should we check the circular door again? We never managed to unlock it, did we? It was locked up pretty tightly when we last checked. Maru ignores me and approaches the door. She proceeds to pound on it as hard as she can.
You bitch.
Let us out, or I'll have everyone gang up and blow this door off its goddamn hinges!
Kiss my grits.
Locking over a dozen people in a tiny, cramped room, stealing their belongings? Who the fuck do you think you are, airport security?
Excuse me?
What's wrong? Why did you... What's up? Oh, God. The circular door hangs slightly ajar. A maleficent figure lurks on the other side. It glowers at us. Maru and I freeze in place, suddenly afflicted by a sense of sheer terror. Without warning, the wooden door slithers open, and the shadow beyond is cast into light. Who the heck?
Good to see you.
Hello there. Eek!
What's going on?
My sincerest apologies. I didn't mean to frighten you. The strange woman quietly adjusts her glasses and peers at us. You must be Hiroaki Uzuki and Maru Yukukume, correct?
Did not
Huh?
see that coming.
You know her names?
Are you kidding?
Of course she does. She's clearly the one who trapped us all here.
I'm gonna strike.
Just look at her fancy outfit, her ID card, her glasses. She's dressed us like some kind of privately contracted security officer.
I see.
Oh my. I was told you all possessed colorful personalities, but... Oh, never mind. Yeah, well, whoever told you that needs to freaking stop underselling it.
You have potential.
There's quite an innocent reason why I know your name, Maru. I'm one of Bitokukawa's instructors.
Huh?
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 Bullshit! Are you too young for that?
Allow me to explain.
That's awfully sweet of you. But no, I'm just your teacher. Or at least, I was supposed to be. Well, you look very cheerful.
What?
How on earth are we supposed to know you're legit? It's not like they told any of us how this was supposed to work.
It's merely my responsibility.
You can take a closer look at my ID if you wish, Maru. It's totally not forged and completely authentic.
Despite these unforeseen circumstances, it's nice to meet so many of my pupils.
Uh-huh.
I'm Shiori Nakagawa, Ultimate Instructor for the Academy's 17th class. You can also call me Professor, or even just Miss N.
Okay. Shiori Nakagawa, Ultimate Instructor, Professor Mizan. Interesting. Oh, you even get an introduction. Nakagawa. I think I've heard that name before. Yeah, I'm sure of it. She's definitely a teacher here. Look at my cool smirk. Yeah, I'm a fanboy of Bitokukawa. Maru, who's been vigorously studying Professor Nakagawa's ID card, seems to arrive at a similar conclusion.
Cut me some slack.
Crap, she's not lying.
Trust one another.
See, Maru? She's trustworthy. Absolutely. I'd give my life for her. Still, it was a little strange.
Let me see.
After that email thing we talked about, I really thought the school faculty were the ones responsible for this.
That's not it.
No, I promise I played no part in this. I didn't even wake up until I heard your frantic knocking. comes as quite a shock to me that so many people were trapped in this basement.
Perhaps.
Yet what I find even more distressing is how they all seem to be my students.
Greetings.
Ah, Hiroaki and Maru, you found someone else. The other Ultimates, no longer distracted by their own conversations, finally start to take notice of us.
A concerning tale.
I'm afraid this isn't our teammate, however.
Wee.
Yeah, ours is way more quiet. Wow, okay. So we're gonna have extra?
We must come from different
Such
worlds.
egregious wardrobe choices, all of you! Does a single one of you know what a mirror is?
You're wrong.
Hey, be considerate. This is our teacher you're talking to.
Really?
Teacher? Oh wow, imagine if the Ultimate Tailor designed a new outfit for the ultimate local hero.
Hello again.
Hello everyone, I'm Professor Shiori Nakagawa, but you can just call me Ms. N.
Huh?
Oh, hold on, you're our instructor? Who are we gonna meet next, the Prime Minister?
Huh?
Were you kidnapped too, Shiori?
Just a warning.
Idiots! She's probably the one who brought us here!
What's going on?
Was this all some form of poorly planned school orientation?
What's that supposed to mean?
What sort of orientation involves life-threatening escape rooms?
No,
Escape
can't
rooms?
be.
I refuse.
Guys,
to
wait!
believe it.
I'm sure she's a victim, just like the rest of us.
Expectations subverted.
You're telling me not even the teachers are safe from the clutches of our kidnappers? Oh man, we're definitely in some deep shit!
Wait.
Fellow peers, there is no need for hysterics. We must remain calm.
Messed up.
If it wasn't the school that's responsible for this, maybe we should consider a supernatural explanation.
Amen.
The Lord works in mysterious ways, but this strikes me as a tad too far.
Ah, hell,
Does
man.
anyone have any idea what's going on here? Oh god, I'm running through the gauntlet of voices.
Bear with me.
Everyone, please. I am aware our situation leaves much to be desired, but if we could just... A palpable tension permeates the room, growing higher with every passing moment.
Well, maybe.
Maru, could I borrow your megaphone for just 1 second?
Hang on.
I don't know. I'm usually opposed to authority figures who seize control of communication technology. Not to mention this could be a weapon if we suddenly have a bunch of monkeys running around. I could blast them with my, different kind of bullets.
Yes.
It's a different reference. Please, it's urgent.
Come on.
Fine. Maybe just for a bit. Before Maru finishes speaking, Professor Nakagawa snatches the megaphone from her hands and brings it to her mouth.
Everyone, listen up.
Oh god, okay, yeah. The crowd falls into a stunned silence. Shoko opens his mouth to speak, but is quickly shushed by the people around him. Is she gonna get, executed right off the bat to show that we're all alone? It's just gonna be the students? I don't know. I guess Maru was right. People really do listen to whoever has a megaphone.
Since we find ourselves in a delicate situation, I think it's best for me to be as concise and transparent as possible.
That would be best, yes.
Like the rest of you, I was departing for the school, alone, before suddenly passing out on the boat. I haven't a single clue as to what's going on. However, in the short time I've been awake, I've learned a potentially disturbing piece of information.
You have?
This underground location we're trapped in is beneath Bitokukawa Academy.
Okay.
What?
Another round of murmurs materializes, but fades soon enough. I figured as much.
Stop right now.
Settle down, settle down.
Allow me to explain.
This is the basement section of the school's assembly building. I woke up upstairs a few minutes ago and glanced outside to confirm our location.
I do not ask for much.
You didn't search any of it in depth? No. I didn't want to run headfirst into a potentially dangerous situation, especially not alone. I thought you woke up when she frantically knocked at the door. Why would they have this huge basement just ready for kidnappings? Are you guys prolific murderers?
That's not it.
This area was mainly used for storage. There were no escape rooms or anything of the sort last year, I assure you. This is a pretty fancy-ass storage room. We've got a freaking gazebo in the middle.
Try again.
I know I don't have much information for you, but please know that I'm putting my full effort into keeping all of you safe. Yeah, you've done really well so far.
Not part of the curriculum.
It's been quite a shock to me as well. Today was supposed to be our opening ceremony. A proud day, tainted by a set of mysterious crimes.
That's why I want you all to put your trust in me and work together. If only for now.
Suspicious.
As the ultimate instructor, I promise you, we will leave this place unharmed.
Now I know you're full of shit. We all stare in awe as Shiori calmly hands the megaphone back to a displeased, yet nonetheless impressed Maru. While the rest of us had been senselessly bickering the entire time, It had only taken her a few minutes to regain her composure and take the lead.
What in tarnation?
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I'm on her side.
I tip my hat to that.
Take it away, Teach. Tell us what to do to get out of this mess.
Fate smiles upon us.
Yes, I am confident in our instructor's ability to handle this crisis. I am sure we will uncover the truth shortly. The previously rowdy crowd of students begins bringing themselves into order, proactively discussing their next steps. Is this what a class led by an ultimate instructor feels like? If so, then I definitely made the right choice in coming here. Hell yeah, let's get kidnapped.
What? That's all it takes for you to trust her?
Oh, is this girl A? Huh? We'll turn towards the source of the voice.
I have a few questions for you, Professor. And depending on how you answer, we'll see if you really are just a victim in this whole situation.
Alright, here we go.
It's...
Girl A!
Stop calling me that.
The woman strolls into the room, a resolute expression firmly planted upon her face. She had spoken with extreme confidence and poise, but from where I was standing, I could see that her shoulders were trembling. The voice of reason has arrived. Oh dear. Those are some rather provocative statements.
Let me think.
I'm so confused. Who's this random loner?
No? Yes?
I mean-
Maybe? Possibly.
She sounds like she knows what she's talking about.
You.
First of all, why were you alone while traveling to the island? I know for a fact that ultimate instructors are accompanied by a secretary at all times when they're on official business.
Well,
I have a theory.
Furthermore, it makes no sense that you'd only arrive at the school today. It's the opening ceremony. You should have been on the island for at least a week already, handling preparations with the rest of the faculty. Who is she? Why is she so cool? She seems to know a lot about the school. But to barge in here and start conflict like this, it's... I quell my emotions and try to think.
I'm not holding back.
And finally,
I wonder.
while the rest of us were locked in these rooms, you were kept in a place where you could glance outside and access the entire campus? The fact that the professor isn't saying anything really isn't helping. No one's told her that she has the right to remain silent.
You're kidding.
I think I have a better idea of what's going on here.
That's weird.
You, and possibly a few others, sent those emails to us so we would isolate ourselves on those speedboats. You placed a timing-triggered sleeping agent on each boat, so that by the time we arrived at the school, each of us would be unconscious. You and your accomplices hauled us from the beach over to this building and into those rooms, which you'd rigged with deadly puzzle mechanisms over spring break.
I got it.
Finally, you locked the circular door and waited for all of us to solve the escape rooms, so you could barge in and pretend to be one of the victims. Right or wrong? You son of a bitch! Haha, it's me all along!
Really?
Shit! Oh my god, did she actually... If she was lying about all this stuff, how do we know if her name is actually Shiori? Should have known for her freaking ID badge.
No.
Her ID checks out. What did I just say, Taro?
What a disgrace.
Given the fact we've never seen one before, forging a real instructor's ID would be a simple task. So,
Sounds.
she's not actually one of the teachers here?
That's worse.
That would be a monstrous revelation. Fraud of such an esteemed ultimate is the highest crime one could commit. Other than murder, of course. Or worse, expulsion.
of all the...
Please. Just like before, the room descends into havoc. Though this time, with a much more negative and horrified tone directed at the professor, who seems completely taken aback by Girl A's accusations, unable to utter a single word in response.
I'm done with this.
Don't freeze up now. I think it's best if you quietly surrender and tell us what you're planning. No, I don't think I can let this happen. This is all just a misunderstanding, I know it is. I need to step in here, even if it means I have to bring up that. What is that? Our connection to the school?
I refuse
Wait,
to believe it.
just one question, Girl A. Let's start a debate right here, non-stop.
I wonder.
How did you know about everything she said? You weren't here when Professor Nakagawa introduced herself.
That's wrong.
After you and your teammates left your escape room, I slipped inside when you were busy with that statue. I've been listening in ever since. Hey, why'd you do that? We've been worried sick.
One of the worst things ever.
Running off by yourself in such a bad situation? That's really, really dangerous.
You're kidding.
Hiding was safer than simply hanging out in the open like the rest of you. If there was someone dangerous in the building, and there is, I wouldn't have been a sitting duck.
I have a theory.
I only left my hiding place once I realized our goal was manipulation and not murder.
Not a chance.
That's fair, I guess. There's just one problem with your theory.
Huh?
Yes?
It's not that deep.
Bitokukawa has actually been a bit of an administrative mess for the past few months. That would explain why Professor Nakagawa didn't have a secretary, or why she couldn't meet with the other faculty before the opening ceremony.
It's plausible.
Everyone's been scrambling to keep things together. So much of the old protocol was abandoned.
Touché.
Oh yeah, I think I remember what happened now.
Cheese and crackers!
So do I. The old headmaster, he got arrested and fired from his job, didn't he?
Yeah.
They tried to contain the scandal to local stations, but if you've both heard of it.
What?
What was he fired for? Sorry, I rarely pay attention to these kinds of things. I'm pretty sure he killed someone?
Really?
I thought it was just an accident. I mean, he got off on a light sentence during the trial.
Huh?
I heard he was hiding human remains, possibly inside this very basement. What?
Enough of your games!
We've been stepping on graves. Bless our noble footwear and cotton socks.
That's all I got.
I was joking, though I wouldn't rule it out either.
Explain yourself.
You fear-mongering fishmonger!
You should be ashamed.
I see. So the involuntary departure of the headmaster explains Professor Nakagawa's actions. What do you say, Professor? Am I right? Conveniently. Yeah, absolutely.
I see.
As a matter of fact, you are correct. Oh, wow! Good on me! The truth is, I'm not at liberty to speak on the matter. I'm under a strict non-disclosure agreement for these kinds of topics. Oh, well, shit. Guess it persists even during a kidnapping situation where Orm could possibly die.
I understand.
Yeah, there's already been a lot of bad press with the school lately, so I can see why.
Am I clear?
As for why the professor was kept separate from us, perhaps our abductors didn't want her to help us with any of the escape rooms, but they were quote-unquote easy. She would have been able to calm her group down and get them to work together, which isn't exactly how most of our teams behaved. It also could have been like a numbers thing. 17 doesn't divide evenly into much, you know.
Did I hear that correctly?
There are 17 of us in total, right? I've never been great with keeping track of these things, which is why I'm concerned someone's gonna be like a sacrificial lamb or something to get us down to 16.
Are you stupid?
That's idiotic.
Give me a second.
This is just an open and shut case of a poorly prepared criminal getting caught in their lies. Could it be any more obvious?
My answer is thus.
I believe Hiroaki's theory is accurate, though it doesn't explain everything about the situation. It helps to shed light on many of the things the professor said.
No one is perfect.
Throwing around such bold claims will do nothing to ease our distrust and hostility.
There is always tomorrow.
It's best to remain calm, and if stronger evidence comes up, we can follow it to its logical conclusion. Poor girl A. She came in to, make a splash, and all it was a single little bloop. Oh no.
If you say so.
Listen, I know you're just trying to help. In your own way, at least.
Hi.
But why don't you tell us your name and talent first? I think that would be a good start.
I'm not telling you that.
Oh, okay. Cool. Alright, girl A, thank you.
She's Hideo Sako, the ultimate theorist.
Hideo Sako, the ultimate theorist. How do you become the ultimate theorist? Is it when your theories become real? Are you still a theorist then? Hideo Sako, the ultimate theorist.
I'm grateful.
I see. It makes a lot of sense, actually.
Hide.
Hide wasn't trying to start anything out of ill intent. She's just used to theorizing about things. When Professor Nakagawa first appeared, she took it as an opportunity to use her talent for our sake.
No!
That's not even close to how it... Oh, never mind. So, Miss N wasn't behind this after all?
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for getting me riled up for nothing, girl, eh? Oh. Well then, since I've managed to turn the conversation around, I should try to change the subject.
Hello again.
Well, now that we have Professor Nakagawa and Hide with us, all of Class 17 is here, correct? 16 students and 1 instructor. That's how Bitokukawa usually runs their classes. Fucking nerd! How do you know so much about this school? Well, going here has been my lifelong dream for as long as I can remember. I hope it doesn't bother anyone.
An A+ in reasoning.
Your knowledge of this school has proven immensely helpful, Hiroaki. You're certainly living up to your title.
It was nothing.
You think so? Hiroaki said it well, Hide. I was admittedly taken aback by what you said, to the point of speechlessness, but
Yes.
it's true. The school's recent scandals have affected standard protocol. Under normal circumstances, I would have arrived at the island over a week ago. But, you know, since you were turned speechless and whatnot, you knew she was the ultimate theorist. Couldn't you have just gone, well, guys, everyone, this is the ultimate theorist, as you have now met. Clearly, this is all just a theory.
I'm looking forward to it.
I sincerely apologize for any confusion. I hope we can leave this misunderstanding behind us and start over, okay? Yeah, let's reset. Oh, yeah, calm down. Take deep breath. All right, let's do some yoga.
I don't get it.
Fine. I'll play along. For now. At that, what remaining confidence she has vanishes like a hushed whisper, like a fart in the wind. Still, I find it hard to take pity on her. She was the one who presented those ludicrous accusations in the first place. Jeez, that's a bit mean. Starting to, like, not take pity on her.
Top marks.
Just because we're in a crisis, we've been kidnapped. Of course she's, like, distrusting. We haven't met any of these people. Gosh, I'll cut her some slack. Don't you worry, girl. I mean, Hide. That's good. Whatever makes you comfortable, Hide.
Perhaps.
Okay. Now return to business, please. I suggest we take a brief recess here before we leave the building.
Please see me afterwards.
I imagine these last few minutes have done nothing to improve your emotional states, so let's regroup. Alright, here comes the ultimate instructor coming in clutch. With that, everyone breaks apart and begins chatting amongst themselves. Here we go. This is the classic CG we get of meeting everyone. Look at them, though. These designs are so good. Oh, jeez. Alright. Sorry, just drinking it all in. Though it does seem like the majority of them are avoiding Hide.
Please?
Oh, what a cool laptop. Can I see it? Please, please, please.
Hang on!
Can you go away? I'm having enough trouble logging in as it is.
You've improved.
I must say, you appear to be in peak physical condition. Do you follow a specialized weightlifting routine?
People of the earth.
The will of the people is a far heavier burden than any weight or sandbag. Fascinating.
You're wrong.
I know that look, hero. I'm not actually screaming into her ear with a megaphone. Don't come after me! Oh well. For the most part, it seems they're all getting along. Today has been nothing short of exhausting. And I still don't have a single clue why we're here, but at the very least, it's comforting knowing that all the Ultimates are finally working as one. Uh-oh.
Did not see that coming.
What was that? A warped voice echoes from a hidden speaker above us. Huh? Oh, yeah, totally. Let me just end the episode here so I can transcribe that shit.